South Korea's parliament held its first plenary session of the year, approved today, mandating workers' representation on the boards of directors in the public sector and increasing overseas polling stations, among other laws. Lee Kyung-eun has the details.
Public institutions in South Korea would now be required to include on their board of directors a member who represents workers. On Tuesday, the National Assembly passed a law that gives workers the right to vote for board-level representatives. Usually, board members are made up of internal executive directors who are part of the company, and outside non-executive directors who are not part of the company and who monitor the board from the stakeholders' perspective. They together are in charge of policy making. In case of the public sector, those members have been appointed by the president or by ministers. But with the new law, there must be an additional member directly chosen by a workers' vote. Many countries in the European Union already have some form of this system, often called co-determination. In South Korea, it was first adopted by the Seoul city government in 2016 and has since been expanded to 9 local governments. Within 6 months of the law taking effect, the system will be applied to a total of 130 institutions, including public enterprises. This comes as the presidential candidate for the ruling Democratic Party, Lee Jae-myung, demanded the parliament swiftly pass the legislation, and it picked up momentum with the main opposition People Power Party's Yoon Suk-yeol also expressing support, leading to unanimous approval at a prior standing committee. While the law is largely welcomed by labor groups who say it will enhance management transparency and fairness, it's opposed by local business circles who fear its expansion into the private sector, potentially hampering swift decisions. Meanwhile, ahead of the overseas voting period, lawmakers have passed a law that increases the number of polling booths abroad. By lowering the minimum requirement to areas where at least 30,000 South Korean nationals live, and allowing up to 3 booths to be set up per consulate or embassy. So this time there will be 221 in total with an additional 15. The voting period can also be extended in an emergency. These will affect some 230,000 overseas Koreans who've signed up to vote in the presidential election. Lee Kyung-eun, Arirang News.